One day, Peter asked Jesus, "How many times do I forgive a brother or sister who hurts me? 7 times?" Jesus replied, "No, not 7 times, but 70 times 7. The kingdom of God is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants." Then Jesus shared this story. There was a king who had many servants and had loaned money to one of them. The day came when the servant was asked to repay the money, so the king asked to see her. The king said, "You owe me $100,000, and it is time for you to pay me back." But the servant couldn't pay up, so the king ordered to have the person, along with her family and all of her belongings, sold at the slave market to repay the debt. The servant fell to her knees and begged, "Please have patience with me, and I will pay you back everything I owe." The king looked down at her and said, "I am moved with compassion toward you. I will forgive your debt. I will not sell your belongings or you or your family, and you do not need to pay me back." The servant was filled with glee, but then saw someone that she had loaned $10. The servant said, "I loaned you $10, and I want my money back now." The other servant said, "I am sorry, I do not have your money. I can't pay you back today." The servant who had been forgiven a great debt grabbed the person and said, "Pay me all you owe now." The servant, who had just borrowed a little amount, fell down to his knees and begged, "Please have patience with me, and I will pay you back everything I owe." But the unforgiving servant showed no mercy. She put him in jail until the debt was paid. There were other servants who saw what was happening and went to tell the king, saying, "The servant that owed you $100,000, the person you just forgave all that debt, threw another servant into jail because he could not pay back a simple $10 that she had loaned him." The king was angry and called for the first servant. "How could you be so cruel and unforgiving? When you begged me for mercy, I forgave your entire debt. Shouldn't you have compassion for your fellow servant who asked you for mercy?" The king was furious and put the unforgiving servant in jail until she paid back her entire debt. Then Jesus said, "That is exactly what happens when one of you doesn't unconditionally forgive anyone who asks for mercy.